Hey, boys and girls, we're doing page 24 for homework tonight. I'm going to go over the first part. It says Think and Grow Modeling Real Life. Example, when the results are rounded to the nearest 10,000, that's important, so I underlined it, which token received about 160,000 votes? Remember, about means round. Round each number to the nearest 10,000. I'm going to underline 10,000 because that's what I'm doing. Okay, 134,704. I'm going to underline the 3, circle the 4. Remember our little saying, if it's 5 or above, give it a shove. If it's 4 or less, let it rest. 4 or less, we're going to let this rest. That means that becomes a 0 and everything else is a 0. And we're going to keep the 3. 130,000. I think I will change my color just so it shows up better. 167,582. I'm rounding to the nearest 10,000. This one I think I will use a number line. I need my low boundary, high boundary, mid boundary. Okay, my low boundary will be, I put the 6 because that's the place we're rounding to. 100,000, 10,000. That's the 1,000, of course. So it's either going to be 160,000 or one more than that would be 170,000. In the middle would be 165,000. 167,000 will be about right here. So I can see that it's closer to 170,000. Uh, 154,000, 165. I'm going to, on this one, I'll do the underline circle method. Underline the 5, the digit 5, because that is in the 10,000 place. 1, 10s, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. I will circle the 4. 4 or less, let it rest. That means I will copy the 5 and any number digit before it. The 4 I will turn into 0. Because basically it's either going to be closer to 150,000 or 160,000. That 4 said let it rest, so it's 150,000. On this one, I'm going to use the number line method. I think I will write my number line up here. If you're using the number line method, you can write your number line on the back or on another sheet of paper or anywhere that you can fit it, but you have to let me know what it is. So on this one, I'll put it right. Well, maybe I can do it here. My low, high boundary, mid boundary. I'm going to round to the 10,000, which is 4 is that digit. So it's either going to be 140,000 or 150,000. The midpoint would be 145,000. 146,000 is about right here. So we can see that it goes closer to 150,000. Oh, here's a tricky one. We talked about this in class. I have a 0 for my 10,000. I'm still going to underline it. I still do it the same way. I'm still going to circle its next door neighbor. 5 or more, give it a shove. Oh, I said it wrong. 5 or above, give it a shove. That means we're going to shove the 0 to a 1. And then we fill in zeros for the other digits because that we're rounding either to 100, 200,000 or 210,000. It rounds to 210,000. I'm going to underline my 6, circle the 5. Uh-oh, the 5 or above, give it a shove. That 6 turns into a 7. I add my zeros to make 170,000. So 165,083 rounds to 170,000 if I round to the nearest 10,000. 212,476. Let's see what that will round to as far as 10,000. I'm going to underline the 1, circle the 2. 4 or less, let it rest. That means I'm just going to copy the 1 and the 2 because it's in front of it. Add my zeros. It rounds to 210,000. 160,485 rounds to, underline, circle, let it rest. It rounds to 160,000, which we can see because 160,485, that's just a smidget above 160,000. The question was, which token received about 160,000 votes? All right. So I believe that the answer would be the rubber duck. Well, I'm going to double check to see if there's any more. I believe that will do it. So I believe so the rubber duck received about 160,000 votes. Let me see if I can raise this up. I want to explain what you do with 24, 25, and 26. You're going to use this table. This table goes with 24, 25, and 26. Use the table above. When the results are rounded to the nearest 10,000, which tokens received about 150,000 votes? You will go back up here and use that information to find your answer. When the results are rounded to the nearest 100,000, whoa, that's different. Which tokens received about 100,000 votes? If it were me, one way to do it would be to go see what they rounded to 110,000. And then I can look at that and say, I'm going to 100,000. That would be, so 100,000, I would say, all right, that would be about 100,000. You'll look at the 10,000 to determine the 100,000. So you would go through and adjust your numbers to see which tokens received about 100,000 votes. If you use your number sense, you can really just look at the 10,000, and if it's 5 or higher, it's going to round to the next 100,000. For instance, 150,000, I know that is going to round to 200,000. 210, obviously that's not going to be close to 100,000. I'm not even going to look at that. I'm only going to look at the ones that round, that obviously have 1 in the 100,000, because it won't go, the ones with 2 in the 100,000, it can't be those, because the 2 will never go down to a 1. 26. To which place should you round each number of votes so that you can order the numbers from greatest to least? So think about where you'd want to round in order to see if they are, which ones are greatest to least. 27, a car, this does not use that table. A car battery should be replaced when the odometer is the part that tells how many miles are in a car, shows about, that's our clue word. Woo! That means we're going to round 50,000 miles. None of the cars below have had a battery replacement. Which ones might need a new battery? So if it rounds to 150,000, or not 100, if it rounds to 50,000 miles, it needs a new battery. Which ones need a new battery? I hope this helps. Try your best, read, reread, read it again and again and again to try to figure out what it really is asking you. It's the top part is you're going to pay attention to the 10,000s, and then the last one to the 100,000. Do your best, and we'll check it tomorrow.